September general reading. Thank you guys for hanging in there while I get your readings out. Trying to get through the very last couple readings that I have left here to do, which are Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and your sign. Let me run through the current planets. The Sun is in Virgo, the Moon is in Libra today, Mercury is in Virgo, Venus is in Virgo, and Mars is in Virgo. Jupiter is also in Libra, Saturn is in Sagittarius, Uranus is in Aries, Neptune is in Pisces. I'm sorry, I wanted to say that Uranus is retrograde in Aries. Neptune is retrograding in Pisces. Pluto is retrograding in Capricorn, and the true node is retrograding in the sign of Leo. Chiron is retrograding in the sign of Pisces, and that is the current planets for today, September 20th, 2017, at 12:20 Central Time in the afternoon today. So, for your reading today, I am using the Anna K Tarot deck as my primary tarot deck. I will be pulling messages from both the Romance Angels and the Psychic Tarot for the Heart at the end of your reading to kind of get those love messages and also get that guidance message that you need at the end of the reading to wrap everything up. So without further ado, let's go into risings, those on the cusp that may be watching. Spirit, what does Aquarius need to know regarding their past, present, and future? The present being the moment that they view this reading. For all Aquarius, suns, moons, risings, and those on the cusp, what does Aquarius need to know, Spirit? What are the messages and energies? Ooh, the Page of Cups came out. Some of you are feeling very loving, lighthearted, playful, romantic. I'm seeing love messages. I'm seeing sweet things. Also, you could be dealing with a younger Pisces or a more immature Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Let me go ahead. Or even there could be news of a child being born, or there could be this could be someone that is a child near you. All right, because the Page of Cups is very naive, loving energy, light-hearted energy. Okay, very light energy. All right, a couple more shuffles here. This reading is for all my Aquariuses that may be watching over on Patreon. Anyone on Patreon, on my Patreon channel that may be watching. I don't release these readings to the public. They're only meant for you all. Aquarius, suns, moons, risings, those on the cusp. I'm feeling it right here. Okay. Starting with your recent past, we have the Six of Swords in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, ooh, the Queen of Swords in reverse with the Eight of Pentacles. Ooh, and the King of Swords. So we could be dealing with a couple here. Clarified with the Empress. Going into your present situation, Aquarius, we have the Ten of Cups reversed. The Knight of Cups reversed, clarified with the Three of Swords. The Queen of Wands. Lots of people coming up in your reading with the Knight of Rods and the Five of Swords. We have the Tower. This is all in your present situation. Okay. So it does appear you are dealing with a lot of different personalities this month. A lot of different people showing you different aspects of their personalities. Going into the future, we have Temperance. Very nice. The Five of Cups. Strength. And the Ace of Rods. Okay. Your outcome for the month of September is the World. Oh, thank God. That's such a beautiful card. Really beautiful. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Rods. This talks about communication. All right. Definitely. You're receiving a lot of messages this month. You may be very busy emailing, calling, talking to people constantly. Especially with Mercury going direct at the beginning of the month. We have a lot of communications coming in. This could be romantic or not. You may be dealing with communications with a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This could be a very immature fire sign or someone who's possibly acting more immature than they normally do, or someone who is, there could be some frustrating news, frustrating or delayed news, frustrating or delayed messages, and the messages are just coming in a lot this month for you. Okay, so a lot of communications for you, Aquarius. Let's go ahead and talk about your cards. I'm going to use my selenite wand here. Get some good energy going for my Aquariuses. All right, so in the recent past, you do have the Six of Swords in reverse and the Chariot in reverse. For some of you, this can represent delays in travel. I'm seeing either loss of movement forward in your life. This could be within a relationship. It could also say that, like I actually see someone here who is maybe not going on a trip or who is coming back from a trip. I see someone coming back from a trip here in the past. This can also talk about psychological trauma, where you're not moving past psychological trauma with the Six of Swords in reverse. A difficult transition or trying to heal from something, but maybe being stuck in the past or not being able to move past something. That's further reinforced by the Chariot, which is a sign of Cancer. And here we have a loss of control, a loss of momentum, feeling stuck, or you could be dealing with a Cancer, you could be dealing with another air sign. Well, this is your energy. Depending on where Cancer is in your chart, for example, if you have a lot of Cancer in your chart or you're dealing with a Cancerian, there could be a loss of momentum with that person in whatever house Cancer is ruling in their chart. For example, if you have a Venus in Cancer or you're dealing with someone with a Venus in Cancer, there could be blockages having to do with emotional growth. Okay, the fifth house rules relationships, right? So if you're dealing with someone that has a Venus in Cancer in their fifth house, or their fifth house is ruled by Aquarius, ruled by your sign, or your sign is ruled by Aquarius, your fifth house is ruled by Aquarius, then it could be it's possible that you're dealing with a situation that has a loss of momentum, that or someone has, you know, driven off very hastily or moved on in a very aggressive manner. Okay. Or something isn't moving forward here, or something wasn't moving forward in your past. I do see a couple. See, we have the Queen and King of Swords. Whereas the female partner here, or the more feminine energy in the relationship, the Queen of Swords reverse, I'm seeing a split happening. So the female breaking up with the male partner, or if this is a hetero or a homosexual couple. In the heterosexual couple, I see the feminine energy breaking up with the masculine energy. If it's a same-sex couple, it would be the more feminine energy. Okay, because remember, we're on a spectrum here. We're not just all heterosexuals. Couples out there, there are people who are in same-sex relationships, and so I'm seeing the more feminine energy disagreeing with the masculine energy. Now, interestingly enough, this could also be different aspects of your personality that are butting heads. The feminine versus the masculine. See, the Queen of Swords reverse is someone who can be very harsh and cruel. She can be someone that's very cutting with her words, sharp with her words, sharp with her tongue. She can hurt with her tongue. She can hurt with her words. This person is cutting off this King of Swords. This would be your energy. Either one of these is your energy. But let me explain. The Queen of Swords reversed with the Eight of Pentacles. This could be something this person is doing over and over again, like a repetitive behavior of cutting this person off with their words, being cruel, being nasty, lying, being manipulative. Because the Queen of Swords reverse is a very spiteful person, and she's also been through a lot, and so she doesn't understand how to control that aspect. In the upright version, she does. In the reversed manifestation, this could also be someone that has air sign in their chart, moon or rising. Okay, they could be a Aquarius rising, or they could have Aquarius in their chart somewhere as well. because that air sign energy is so strong. With the Eight of Pentacles, like I said, it's a repetitive action. I'm also feeling that this person is like watching you do something and is being very critical of you. See how this person is like watching, micromanaging you, looking at all the details, scrutinizing you, and like very, very critical of your work. Like a manager, like they're your manager, they're your boss. I feel that this is your energy, Aquarius, with the King of Swords. See, you're coming up as the mastermind here. You are actually very well aware of what this person is doing, and you know who this person is because they're likely your partner or there's someone that you know that you're very close to. Seldom do I see two of the same suits that aren't bound in some way. But see, you're being very open to love. You're being very nurturing, very protective, abundant. You know, you're really in your element here. So it's this person that has the issue with you. They're being very critical of your work. But why? Because you already have you're very strategic. You're planning your moves. You're being very logical. You're doing everything by the book. And not only that, you have everything you need. You're very abundant at this time. You're very fertile. You feel very open to love. But this person is completely disrespecting you. I feel that they are in some way committed to you, but the way that they're behaving towards you is repetitive, cruel actions, repetitive, cruel words, cutting you out of their life, being very nasty and mean. So, and possibly verbally abusive. I would also say that as well. The Queen of Swords reverse, you have to be very careful with her. She can be very, very, very mean. Very mean. And spiteful, okay? So, we're moving into your present situation, and we have the Ten of Cups reversed. I'm feeling a loss of emotional security and a close partnership. For others of you, there has been a huge loss emotionally, and you're feeling it this week, or you're feeling it at the beginning of the week. It's like there's a blockage to, like there could be a lack of emotional lack, family separation. You could be separated from someone you love, or feeling the distance between you emotionally is so great that it's really, all these cups are just empty. All these cups feel very empty. And I also see you could be dealing with a water sign, some of you a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or I'm seeing like an ex coming back here. I'm seeing an ex partner or someone who is like very superficial in terms of their relationships, very superficial in terms of their actions. They don't really stick with one person to develop their feelings. They kind of jump around. The Knight of Cups for me is always like an ex-lover or someone that feigns love in order to get attention, in order just to get what they want. They're very wishy-washy. They're very like superficial. I would say flaky. This person is very flaky. And with the Three of Swords, the reason why they're doing that is because they feel heartbroken. They're also, it says that they've already had their heart broken either by you or by someone else. It could be a love triangle. It could even be that there's a third party here, and this is the third party. This could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio who is feeling heartbroken or is breaking your heart because of the way that they behave. They're not a steadfast person. They're very superficial. They jump from one relationship to the next. This is the player. This is the player. Right here. Not the Knight of Wands. I put up a video on YouTube about the Knight of Wands. Stop hating on the Knight of Wands. This Knight of Cups reversed. To me, that's the player. Okay? Because of the fact that they feign love. They're not actually going to bring you anything happy here, and they certainly don't, and they didn't. Yeah, they're breaking hearts here. This is someone that is sacrificing a relationship. Why? Because they just want to. They don't know what they want. They're being very wishy-washy. They don't have good boundaries. You know. Okay, so could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or anyone that would meet the characteristics that I just spoke of. I also see fire sign energy for you this week. A Queen of Rods. This is a Leo. Could be an Aries or a Sag, but I'm seeing a Leo or at least an Aries here. And she's, yeah, this is coming up with the Knight of Rods. So we're definitely dealing with an Aries or a Leo, possibly a Sagittarius. I don't necessarily see that though. This is someone who, as you can see, the Knight has his back to her. So I don't feel like these people, I don't feel like there's necessarily involvement. Maybe there was at one time, but there is some connection between the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Rods here in the present situation. However, because the Knight of Cups has the Three of Swords, it's saying that he's sacrificing, that he's breaking up or creating a love triangle. Could be between you, the Queen of Rods, and the Knight of Cups. The Queen of Rods coming up with the Knight of Rods and the Five of Swords. Tells me that yes, this is someone that is very creative and can manage their resources and is a true fire sign, but she can behave like a Knight of Rods, so she can behave less mature. She's also someone who likes to have fun. She's very expressive. She's very action-oriented. This could be someone that's traveling or bringing positive news to you. But it could be very quick positive news. Like all of a sudden she's saying, I'm going off to do this or I'm going off to do that. And with the Five of Swords, this is that false victory. It's kind of like her behavior is the Five of Swords. So as you can see, kind of nasty, kind of wicked, creating fear in her enemies. So I see that later on down the line that could lead to a separation or something very jolting with the Tower. Okay, of course when we have a Tower moment, it's saying that, you know, it's like the bolt of lightning, the revelation, the aha moment. It's like the lightning has to crack the Tower down the middle. You know, this represents the Tower of Babel, the knowledge, the lessons that we've learned. But we've built this tower on an unstable foundation. And so it says that it has to be dismantled, right? This could be something shocking happening this week or some kind of, it could be a breakup. It could be a separation happening or something that just really rocks your foundation. It's going to mean that you have to rebuild on a better foundation, on better ground. So you definitely, I see a lot of characters that you could be dealing with this week. Definitely some surprising moments. I definitely see with all the swords here, there could be heartbreak for you. Emotionally, it's going to be very difficult. But with the Tower here, it kind of like, it washes away everything. And it's like, okay, well, let's move all the cards off the table and start over with the Ace. Let's start over with the One, you know, the Magician. Let's start over with, you know, a new. Let's begin again, because the Tower is dismantling all of those old preconceived beliefs, all that knowledge that we thought was true, and saying this has to come down. We can't do this anymore. You know, lies being exposed. Okay, it could be that something comes out here. Something is revealed. Tower moment. I'm not going to preclude natural disasters because of the time period that we're living in. So some of you could be dealing with a natural disaster as well. I mean, look at this card. It just speaks to the kind of stuff that is going on in the world right now. So, a very jolting week, a very difficult week emotionally. There's just maybe a lot of people that are coming in and out of your life that just have issues, and they could be bringing you down, Aquarius, and you do need to protect yourself, okay? So, going into the future, you have Temperance. So this is the time of healing and balance. I really feel like we also have the sign of Sagittarius here. Next week would be much better for you. You are the water bearer. I don't know why this card isn't your card, because the Aquarius is the water bearer, and this kind of reminds me of your energy. You carry a heavy load, but you do it in a balanced manner. And you do it because you care about people and you want to nourish people. So I see a path forward. I see someone in your environment, could be water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, who is very sad. I definitely see someone mourning a loss here. Okay. But it's like, you have to move on at the end of the day. You know, control your passions. All right, this is a tender connection. Maybe you are dealing with a Leo. I definitely see that. Some of you dealing with a Leo, some of you dealing with a water sign. Strength talks about taming the beast, controlling your ego, controlling your wildest passions, bringing them under control, doing so in a loving manner, having a gentle touch, okay, instinctive drives as well, strong bonds in a relationship. Despite this Five of Cups, there will be healing here. See, two major arcana sandwiched between this Five of Cups. It won't last long. Look at all the sunshine coming up here and the world. You move into the Ace of Rods. Here's your new beginning. Right after the Tower next week. This is that spark of inspiration. It's a spark of romance, right? You're able to bridge this gap here. You're able to cross over to the other side. And there's a lot of cards here suggesting that you have regained balance and have found harmony. If you are dealing with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, I'm also seeing the sign of Taurus. I'm seeing Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I don't see any earth signs necessarily. Your outcome is the world. So this says that you have learned a major lesson, a huge life lesson, and I'm also seeing that this is a complete lunar cycle. Okay, we are actually having a new moon today, so I feel like from one lunar cycle to the next, you know, a full lunar cycle, new moon to full moon, to back to new moon, you have mastered a life lesson this month. And you're ready to ascend to the next highest level. This also says that you have reached closure on something. I also see graduation ceremonies. I see promotions, completion, integration of the lessons learned, finality, closure, moving on. Very positive message. Okay? So Aquarius, that is your reading for September. Let us move to your romance angels messages. Romance angels, what message do you have for the sign of Aquarius? This is their September mid-month reading. What messages do you have for the sign of Aquarius? Aquarius, suns, moons, risings, and those on the cusp. Spirit, romance angels, what messages do you have for the sign of Aquarius? Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Wow. Some of you are getting engaged. Okay. Maybe someone is popping the question here. This is a very positive card. All right. It's saying that you are growing with someone. You are learning with this person. You're going to get through whatever it is with this person. And if you're single, it's saying that the commitment that you have with yourself through thick and thin is going to grow. All right? The commitment that you have with yourself, on loving yourself. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. And it's very interesting. I feel that some of you are with someone that you were with in a past life. And you've been brought back together in this lifetime to finish the lessons that you were learning in your previous lifetime. And I do feel that you will be able to actually pick up where you left off in this lifetime, which is why the relationship can be so dynamic. There can be so many fireworks and stuff. But I feel like it's in this lifetime that you come together and realize that you are able to finally master those lessons. Does that make sense? I hope so. It's a very positive card, is what I'm saying. Because you have known each other before, you have that previous, it's like you recognize this person at a soul level. And you accept them for all of their flaws because you've been through a lifetime with them already. Yes? Okay, a bunch of cards came out here. We have Rebuild, which resonates with the Tower. This is about peeling that onion, right? Taking off all the layers until we get to the core. What is it that really matters? What is it that what is at the core of this relationship? What is at the core of your beliefs? And is that still relevant for you? Okay, it's like dismantling. This tower has to be dismantled in order to reveal the truth. We also have success and growth. It says that you are going to be, this is a period of growth for you. And just like the Eight of Rods at the bottom of the deck, here you are going through a period of growth and success. You are learning from these lessons. You are like a tree that's constantly blooming. You know, if I were to snip off a branch, well, it's going to grow back. It's going to keep growing. So that's the successful part. We have the sacral chakra, your self-esteem, your creativity, your positivity. Very important to balance that chakra this month. Surrounding yourself with the color orange, citrus. Sacral chakra sits, let me feel. It's right above your navel. I also sometimes think it's right below your navel, but you can just use your hand, push your hand right over your belly button. That's where your sacral chakra is. It rules your self-esteem, it rules your confidence. And so, you know, in some ways you are learning and growing from a situation here which is going to require you to rebuild in some area of your life. But it's in a very positive way, and you are learning a huge lesson this month. Huge lesson with the world here. It's all going to come together for you. And for some of you, as I was saying, for some of you, you are getting engaged to someone that you have known in a past life, which is very exciting because it just means that you're picking up in this lifetime where you left off in the last lifetime. And I think what it's telling me is that you're able to overcome something that you've been working on spiritually even before you incarnated on in this world. So very powerful reading, Aquarius. I hope this resonates with you. Please let me know below in the comments. Be sure to like the video if you did resonate with it. It helps me figure out the order of readings I do every month because obviously I can't put them all out at the same time. I don't like to wait. Like if I record your sign first and then it takes me a couple weeks to do the rest or another week to do the rest. I don't like to keep you waiting. So make sure you do like your videos so I can get your readings out first next month. Like and subscribe on my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Be sure to comment and let me know how you all are doing, Aquarius. Many blessings to all of you, and I will see you soon for the love forecast.